So today we're doing a future spouse. We're just going to go quickly. I'm hoping to keep it like 10 minutes each. Just what they might look like, any things that will help spot them, what they do for a living, where they live, things like that. So we're just going to go over quickly. We will pull some charms and we'll probably ask like 1 or 2 questions for the pendulum. Okay, so we have group 1, 2, and 3. So go ahead and pick the bunny that you want. You can go ahead and pause this video if you need to. And we will get started with group 1. Hi, group 1. Okay, so you picked this little bunny. Is he in the frame? I don't know. Possibly, we'll leave him there. Okay, let's see what we have. I think I'm gonna just get like, I'm gonna do these as well. Let's see what else we get just all together. Okay, that doesn't make sense. Let's do that. All right, let's look at this here. All right, so first of all, okay, so I'm feeling like their hair is going to be like strawberry blonde, possibly orange, at least on the blonde side, but I want to say it's going to be more like orangey blonde, strawberry blonde, orangey brown maybe. Okay, because we do have light hair here, the lion, this little person here has orange hair. We also have the lion here. So we do have 2 lions, okay? So definitely could be a Leo. If not, then they could have Leo in their chart or just really remind you of a Leo, have a lot of characteristics of a Leo that you might know. Okay, so this horse as well. So, okay, there's something with like, okay, wait. Oh, there's a horseshoe as well there. And then we have the 2 lions. So I'm feeling like they're very strong. I mean, not only just because we have the strength card, but like they could actually be either mentally strong, like maybe something that they'll tell you or a story or something where for some reason you think of them as being a strong person, either mentally or actually physically. Maybe they actually are strong, you know, like they have muscle or, you know, they run a lot or something like that. They're just, to you, they have strength according to you. I am sensing like, so we have this like skyscraper building here, okay? So definitely I feel like either they obviously work or live in a skyscraper or a, you know, very tall, like storied building, okay? Like a building downtown or something. And I feel like, so we have this like open floor here. I don't know if can you see that? I don't know if it's like shiny or not, but okay, she's sitting like on this floor, but there's not much going on, okay? There's like no furniture, it's like pretty empty. And then also in this here, it's like kind of empty feeling, you know, although there's like a flower, but it's giving me the same like feeling, like the planks of wood with those lines. Oh my gosh, and then we have more wood here. So something about like hardwood floors. Maybe they live like somewhere historic where they have really awesome hardwood floors. Maybe, you know, when you first start talking to them, you realize, oh my gosh, like they just put in new flooring and they keep talking about it. There's something with flooring, okay? Because we have it twice. Also, they could be like a minimalist maybe, or like, you know, like a typical bachelor where you walk in and you're like, dude, you have like 3 pieces of furniture. Like literally, you have a couch, a bed, and like 1 tiny side table is happening and like a dresser. You know, they like literally have like nothing. There's like no framed art. There's like nothing in their house. It's like, how long did you just move? No, like they've lived here for 3 years, you know? So maybe that's like also what it's saying. So it can mean a lot of things for a lot of people. So like what I'm doing is just like pointing out, you know, what like might be helpful for you, okay? Let's see, what else do we have here? Wait, let's just get some more because we have some more. But I was gonna say like they might actually be like more on the emotional side of strength, right? Like how I was talking about that, because it does seem like, you know, this card is really giving me like they've done a lot of like inner work, right? So maybe they're just like when you meet them, you know, it's like obvious to you that they're not just like on the surface. They've like been through some stuff, right? They've like analyzed life a little bit and all of that, you know. Okay, we have another horse. I mean, it's a unicorn, but it's still a horse. So they could actually maybe like live near, like, because that's what I was saying, because like this kind of reminds me of like we have a lot of open space, right? Like open space like this, it's like cement or something. I don't even know, what is that, a beach? I don't know. And then like open space here, like prairies, you know. It's like almost like maybe they live or they grew up, because there's something with this tower as well. Like sometimes I ignore it, sometimes I don't, but like I'm feeling like that's important to you as well. And there's also this little penguin here, so that could mean something. But okay, so now we have like three things that have to do with horses. So again, like it could just be like maybe they don't actually own horses, but maybe, you know, where they live, maybe they work in a tower and they live, you know, in the countryside kind of. Um and again, they don't have to live in a tower, but I mean, it's kind of telling me that it is today. Okay, so we have Alanis Morissette. We have Don't Be Surprised If I Love You for All That You Are. I couldn't help it. It's all your fault. I like that song. It's weird saying lyrics without singing them. It's kind of strange. Uh, okay, so that could either be for you or for them, right? Maybe like it's just like true love, you know, like when you meet each other, like you don't see any flaws in this person, even though they clearly do, but to you, you're like, that's so cute, you know, like you just love every part of them, you know, or it could mean that they do as well. Maybe that's like a fear of yours, and this is like telling you and reminding you, you know, no, like the person you're gonna marry is clearly gonna be in love with all of you, you know. So this is kind of interesting to me, this card, besides like, you know, the unicorn part. Um, so we have this like diamond here, and then up here it's kind of like, I don't know, sometimes I take it as like materialistic in a way. But like, so say they don't actually have furniture, right? And this not might be not for them. But and if they might not, they could just have like a minimalistic kind of like style, but they like their accessories, you know, like they like their, you know, because this horse as well is wearing this like necklace, right? A lot of turquoise going on. And then we have a diamond here and like all the like scarf, golf clubs, toys, tricycle, furniture. Oh, look, furniture, bed sheets, magazines, luggage. So I don't know, maybe that, I don't know. It could go a lot of ways because I'm feeling like that might have something to do with the fact that they don't really have a lot. Like maybe it'll be fun when you guys like move in and then you get to like buy all that stuff together because they don't have their, like my life, like there's no room for you. I've moved on already. I have filled my house with stuff. You cannot move in, you know? So maybe this is a good thing. Maybe, you know, you'll be able to like move in together and like buy all that fun stuff, you know, play games together. But if that's not what that means, then they do actually like, you know, kind of dressing nice. Maybe it's not like, oh, they are materialistic about, you know, wearing diamonds in their ears or whatever, but they like to look nice. Okay? Because this big diamond here, that's what that tells me. Like, that's kind of like my card of like, they care a little bit about like what society feels about them. You know, it's normal. Okay, so we have these last two. Oh, okay, I like that one. They already know who you are. So you might not know them, but they know you. Maybe it's a customer, you know, that has noticed you and you've never noticed them. Maybe you're in the background or something. There's a whole bunch of different scenarios, okay? They also go by a nickname. That one is always helpful. So, you know, and I'm not sure if nicknames, does it really qualify if it's like, instead of Robert, it's Bob? You know, is that a nickname or is that just a name? So whatever you feel is a nickname, use that, you know. All right, let's get some charms. I still haven't gotten a better bowl, you guys. It's in my actual mixing bowl. There's just too many. Okay, so we have, wait a minute. Okay, that's a Z, P, and a Q, an N. Okay. Yeah, that's all the letters. All right, so we have P, Q, Z, and N, okay? No vowels this time. So these could be significant to you, okay? It could be their initials, you know the drill, okay? If it's meant for you, it'll pop up, okay? Alrighty, so interesting. Okay, we have this little chicken here in a nest. So that tells me that, like, again, like there's something with like the house, right? It's like they just moved in, or they just maybe got this place. Maybe they just moved into this apartment with the hardwood floors, you know, like when you meet them at this time, whenever you do meet them, right? Okay. And weird because we have a lot of like animals going on. Okay, so we have two birds. So again, with like the farm ranch thing, right? Like the horses, the ranch, ooh, kind of deal. It's like giving me farm life, right? Like flowers. So I feel like they either that, or this is like where you go. Oh, maybe that's where you're gonna go. Okay, maybe like you're gonna buy this house together, and you're gonna like literally have like the dream house that you want, you know? Like, who doesn't want that? I'm sorry, but you want that. Don't lie. You want the house with the cottagey flowers and the rolling hills, you know? And the wildlife, the farm life, the non-smelly farm life, you know, when they're out there. They're not like in your yard, but they're like out there in the distance. You can see them and they're like someone else's problem. That's when it's nice. That's what you want. We also have this little square. Now, this tells me like solid foundation, right? It's like loyalty, solid foundation. So this person, like that with this, where was that? The Alanis Morissette one, you know? Like they're gonna love you for all that you are. Like solid foundation here. Oh my God, we have another horse. Okay. Okay. I don't know if you guys will do that so you can see the horse. Yeah. Oh, what is going... Okay, you know what? Sometimes it's like better for me to just look at the charms first. Okay, so we have like more farm life type of stuff going on, you know? I'm feeling the horse. I'm feeling the... We have a scarecrow, for God's sake. We also have another doggy here, which, you know, it's just a farm dog at this point, you guys. Because we got a lot... This is like all it is. This is all it is. We also have pizza, okay? They like pizza. This is a good clue. And then we have a leaf, okay? This is all like very outdoorsy, nice, calm stuff. Now, I could read it in many different ways, but that's how I'm reading it, okay? So, as always, you guys take the charms for how you want it as well, if it resonates. You know, if something pops out, it's meant for you, right? We also have this little soccer ball. Okay, so they could really love eating pizza and watching soccer, you know, maybe that's like a huge clue for you, okay? Also, this kind of has like PZ, you know, so just saying, pizza, okay? Okay, so I mean, that's what I have. That's what we got. We're gonna ask the pendulum a question. Okay. Alrighty, we're gonna ask what color eyes the viewers person will have or does have. I'm sure they already have these color eyes. Okay. What color eyes, pendulum? What color eyes do they have? They have lighter colored hair. Possibly will be moving into a slightly empty place, okay? There's something going on with country and farm animals. Possibly strong, right? Something to do with horses. Okay, so maybe they grew up like that, and like maybe they start talking about it in your first conversation, you know, first few conversations. Just keep that in mind. Okay, what color? What color? What do we got? What? Ooh, it's very indecisive. Are we staying? Okay, so we have hazel eyes. Okay, Hazel is actually, it's kind of hard to like see that they have hazel eyes until you're like up close. So maybe you don't know who I'm talking about, but maybe someone, well, they know you. Maybe you don't know them already, you know? Oh yeah, and what was the other clue too? They go by a nickname, right? Yeah, so they go by a nickname, okay? Um, so hazel eyes and lighter hair. Makes sense, right? So keep your eye out on that, and that is what I have. So I hope this helped, and comment, like, subscribe. It always helps, and hope you guys take care and have a good night. Hi, group 2. Okay, you guys chose this little bunny guy. Okay, what do we got? We're gonna do all of these ones. Okay. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, wow. So we have like a lot of clues here going on that talks about being creative. Number one, very obvious. So maybe this person is like one of those artsy types where you're like, you see them around and you're like, that person's an artist. You know, like there's something about them where you're like, oh yeah, like definitely, like, you know, they have maybe, you know, tattoos or, you know, colorful hair or colorful makeup, the way they dress. You can just like kind of tell by certain people, you know. And if not, it's not like they have to be walking around like, you know, in a, you know, looking all weird or something. Um, but like, there's definitely, you'll know, like, you know, the first time you meet them, maybe this is how you're going to meet them. Maybe you're also like crafty and, you know, very creative. You're going to meet them somehow like that. I'm getting more on the side of like, only because this guy here, he's like working like, you know, with his actual hands, like he's got a hammer and stuff. And like all the other clues, like this little person here, they're using like a paintbrush. And then this is like sewing, and this is sewing. So like all of this has to do with like your hands, you know? And then again, like we have this guy here, and he's like looking at something in his hand. So it's like we're paying attention to hands. You know, even the T-Rex, like look at my hand and how ridiculously small it is compared to my body. Like there's something with hands, so they're doing something. So I mean that's like the whole, all the cards. Okay, let's see what else we can get. So all their hair is like darker. So she's got black hair. He's got like dark brown or dark red. It looks dark brown. He's got black hair. So we got dark hair. This is prominent. Okay, we got like very like nice view, or the mountains, or both. So maybe like their house, they have a nice view, or, you know, they live in the mountains. Like it doesn't have to be like in a mountain in a log cabin, but like, you know, people live in mountainous areas, you know, like actual whole cities. So they could like be somewhere like that, or like maybe they pass a cool mountain range in the distance, you know, like when they drive, or your way to them, you'll pass a cool mountain. So there's something about mountains, okay, but it's not like super prominent. It's definitely the creative stuff, and I'm feeling like that's how you're also going to meet them. So I feel like you're creative too. I mean, most people want to be with another creative person if you're creative, you know. I mean, they don't have to be like a twinsy here, you know, but I feel like creative people understand creative people. That's just how it works. Okay, that's pretty much all I'm getting, like, for sure, like as a general like. And also we have, like, look at this, like, sky. There's, like, something with sky. Like a nice view or something. So maybe they live up high. So it might not be actual mountains. Maybe they live in a tall apartment building or something. And it's interesting, too, because she's, like, painting the sky with flowers. So all four of these cards are like very wide open sky, and I'm not exactly sure what that means. So again, like these readings are also like mainly for you guys to like also look at and see what resonates, you know. There's a tiny castle back there, but I'm not really, I don't feel like they're saying they live in a tower or a tall place, like, enough to say that, like, in a general way. But it could mean that for some of you, you know. They could be a Libra. Okay, we'll throw that in there. And we also have Leo here, because we have the Strength card. So they might, you know, they could have that in their placements or something, you know. And funny that this, because the last group got the other Strength card from this deck. And this one is a dinosaur. So there could be specific. Maybe you guys, you know, really like dinosaurs. Maybe you talk about dinosaurs. I mean, who doesn't have a favorite dinosaur, you know? So maybe that topic comes up, okay? So that's why I like this, because it's like, you know, you get a lot of little clues. So it could mean something for, you know, any of you guys. Okay, so we have dark hair so far, and they do something with their hands. And I feel like that's like how they actually make their money, because he's like looking at it as well. They could be slightly younger than you. We have the Page of Cups here. Okay, let's see what else we have. Okay. So that kind of like tells me again, like, so, okay, they might not actually be like, you know, but say you're typing, you know, you're using your hands. So they could be a writer, okay? And there's a little book there, and we have a lighthouse. And that's interesting that it's underneath this one. We have like a big open sea or a lake, you know, or the ocean. So we do have a lighthouse there. So they could live near, that actually kind of looks like a lighthouse as well. That little tiny tower back there. But, yeah, so I feel like that's like how they make their money. Because we have like this nest, and it's like these beautiful little robin eggs in there. So it's kind of like they're secure, you know. They're not like, oh my god, where am I going in life, you know. Like, they kind of have an idea. I feel like they are in their like zone, right? So if you meet this person and they don't have any clue what they're doing in life, you know, then that might not be them, because this is definitely someone who is definitely going places, if they haven't already, with their projects that they're doing, okay? Okay, so our love lyrics are I Put the Sing in Single by Lizzo. And we do have the Strength card, and I feel like again, I feel like this person is very like they know who they are. So like they're single and they're not like upset about it. They're busy. They're busy painting the whole sky, you know? I mean, or like writing, I don't know what they do with their hands, but it's something that makes them moolah. Okay, so we have speaks with an accent. I always like that one, because it's like, you know what, the other day I was like, I wish I had an accent, and then I was like, oh, but to the rest of the world, I do have an accent. I have an American accent. I have an accent, you know? I didn't realize that. I mean, I knew it, but it never really like fully hit me, where I was like, I have an accent. It's called an American accent, and people think it's cute in other parts of the world, and I'm like, yay. So, okay, we have speaks with an accent, okay? Like to you. It's an accent to you. Oh my, and make something valuable with their hands. You guys. I mean, it was kind of obvious. I mean, it's the whole reading, so of course this would come up. So we already know that, but that's cool. But I mean, it's like I almost wish it was something else, because it's like we already know that. Why? I mean, you made it clear. You know what? Let's just pull another one, because it's like I like it when that happens, but it's like we already talked about this. Oh, one just came out. Okay. Sings in the shower. Okay, that's fun. So, you know, I got you a good one there. A little better one. I just feel like we got cheated. All right. So let's pull some charms. So hopefully this helps. That must mean that they're like, oh, I mean, I guess people who sing bad also sing in the shower. But let's just like hope that they're good. You know, if they've been singing in the shower, they've probably been at it for their whole life. So hopefully they're like good at it now. So we're going to say that they're probably pretty good. At least mediocre. At least standable. I'm going to say. I hope. For your sake. wait a minute, are these W's or are they M's? I mean, really, they look the same. So, okay, it could be a WM, WW, MM. Okay, so we'll just do one each. So, again, no vowels. Oh, here's another one. A G. So a W, M, G. All right, that's all we got for letters. Okay. So, biggest one is a trolley. What? And then we have a little truck as well. Huh. Interesting. What? Because that's our whole reading is all okay. So I don't think they're a driver, like a truck driver or something. I don't think that's what it's telling us, because they make some, unless this is about you could drive, okay? Either that or like it means transportation. Like maybe they make something about transportation. Like maybe their art is about transportation or something along those lines, right? And like normally I say that this is like more like a faith thing because you get in a trolley and someone else drives the trolley, right? But these are tied together, no doubt. So I'm going to go with transportation. There's something about transportation. Could be you, could be them, but we're focusing on them. So take that how it resonates, because I don't really know what that means. Okay, we have the heart. Okay, so this is, oh, we have another. Okay, so we have true love and true love. Okay, rose also could mean like maybe that's their name. Maybe that could be like their mother's name. Something prominent where when you hear it, you're like, oh, that has to do with that person, you know? But if it's not with the name or something, you know, it's just true love, like in general. It means that it's like, if it's by itself, sometimes it tells me that it'll be like an offer, like maybe that's like the first time that you meet them or something. It's like an offer, and it could mean an offer from the universe as well, you know, because roses are like a gesture, you know, giving someone a rose, and they can mean many things. So sometimes it could actually be from the universe, not from your person, you know. But so this, with this together, it kind of tells me like this person will come into your life right when like the universe wants them to. Like the universe is going to gift you this person, kind of, right? Okay, so we have, look at my little ladybug's getting all beat up. I'm sorry, we're gonna amputate this last leg. I'm sorry. Okay. So we have a little ladybug that tells me springtime. Also with this, I'm getting the springtime, okay? So that could be when you guys meet, is springtime, wherever you are. I know seasons are different around the world. Okay, so we have a fuzzy little teddy bear. Now that tells me like comfort, right? So maybe when you first meet them, or I don't know, maybe just, I don't know if it has to do with like actually when you first meet them, but it just tells me like they are your comfort person, right? And if that's not the case, right, which I mean it should, but it could also mean that you already know this person from your childhood, and maybe you don't even know it. Maybe you don't remember ever meeting this person. Maybe you were 2 and your parents used to get together and then, you know, moved away and came back. I don't know. Many scenarios, but it has to do with childhood, actual just teddy bears in general, right? Maybe they gift you, right, a teddy bear and a rose, right? Okay. This person you could already know them, and maybe you already dated them. Maybe this is an ex, and maybe they come back in your life because, you know, they miss you and you are meant to be together, and they bring you like a teddy bear and a rose or something along those lines, right? Let's see what else we got. Okay, wow. Okay, so now we have like this is interesting. You know what? Maybe this person is creative, but maybe this is their actual job isn't the creative thing. Maybe they're like working on it on the side or something. I felt that it was very prominent, right? But now I'm getting like, I feel like it's very like official, like with this transportation. And then we have, it's the Secret Service little pin. I mean, I don't think it's a real one. But like that just tells me like an official, right? I mean, sometimes it tells me like spying as well. So this person might actually know you. It could be an ex, and maybe they've been kind of spying on you, you know, like creeping on you online and stuff. But these three together, and they're all gold as well. So like it tells me that they should be read together. There's something going on. Like maybe they're like, I don't know, like one of those, you know, like a park ranger or something where, oh, that would make sense with like we got the robin eggs, we got the mountains. Oh, well, that could make sense too. And like the whole like view in the sky and stuff. Maybe they're like a park ranger who's also extremely artistic, like when they're at home and that's their hobby. Very interesting. I like your person if that's the case because they seem very versatile and very, you know, competent. I like it. And then we have the little clothespin. Now, this could tell me that like clothes in general, right? But normally it tells me that it's very like clingy. I don't want to say that because sometimes it's not like bad, and like maybe it is kind of telling me like the whole kind of like a ex person coming back. And I know sometimes you hate it, so if it's not an ex, don't worry about it. That's not for you, you know. It could just mean you don't actually know this person. They found out about you, or they will, and they will proceed to do the same things, which is creep on you and creep on you a little too much, right? They're kind of trying to manifest you, I think. Because it's kind of like, you know, the clingy. It's clingy. That's what that clothespin tells me, okay? But, you know, it doesn't mean bad clingy, right? Let's ask the pendulum what color eyes they have. Hopefully I stayed around 10 minutes, you guys. I don't know. I don't have a clock around me at all. What is time? Okay. What color eyes, pendulum? What color eyes should the viewer be looking for in their future spouse? So we have like darker hair. So, and that normally comes with like a darker complexion, but not always, you know. But darker hair for sure. And green eyes, okay. So darker hair, could be darker skin, but dark hair is kind of like, you know, you could be any skin color, really. Green eyes, okay. Possibly has like a transportation type of thing. I don't know. I don't know what that means. But they also make something with their hands, like something valuable. It's what they really like to do. It could have something to do with the transportation thing. And, you know, I don't know. Maybe they like design logos or something, you know, like for official places or for a transport. That would make sense. I mean, you know, so take it how it resonates. There's very many avenues this could go, okay? And that is what I have for you guys. So I hope that helped. Oh, also, they could possibly be younger than you too, okay? Just keep in mind. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and I hope you guys take care and have a good night. Hi, group 3. Okay, so you guys chose this little bunny, the watchful bunny. He seems watchful to me. He's the lookout. Okay. I don't know. Let's see what we got. Oh, I'm liking it already. Whoa. Oh. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So, first of all, I feel like your person's going to have lighter hair. Almost everyone has light hair here, okay? This person could be one, first of all, and this is for very, very few, they could be one of a set of triplets, okay? They could literally be a triplet, okay? Like have two other twins, okay? Or they could come from a family where it's 3 of them, like 3 boys or 3 girls, but this is all very feminine energy here because we have the 3 of Pentacles, and we have the 3 of Cups, and this one is depicted as well as 3 women. Yeah, wow. Okay, so we have this like deserty looking sun card, right? There's like yellowy mountains, right? And then we have these cactuses here, very prominent in this windowsill, okay? And it almost has like a storefront kind of thing here. So I don't know if that like means like, oh, it's a view, or they have a building or a business in like a deserty type place, okay? This kind of tells me like fall, and I feel like this might, it's looking a little chilly outside, so it could be like fall time, right? Very fall like feeling here. So you might meet them like in the autumn time. So we have the Lovers card, okay? So Gemini, it could be Gemini there. Oh, and then we have Temperance as well. So Sagittarius. Why can't I like think of anything right now? So we have Gemini and Sagittarius, okay? So yeah, that could be like their placement, or you know, their sun sign, but they could at least have that in their charts. Or you. It doesn't, either one. So I feel like, okay, so if they're not like part of a trio, okay, even though that's like very significant going on, and we also have like the twins, right? Like Gemini, the twins, that's the twin card, the twin sign. So there's something going on with twins or triplets. Very interesting, because it's very like, that's not that common, but I mean, I guess if this is for you, then like, that's obviously something that you'll be able to, you know, you'll be able to find out if that's a thing or not, probably pretty quickly, especially if there's two other people that look like the person you like. That might be you know, hard to not notice. We also have better and worse, and we have better checked off. So maybe, you know, you're waiting, or they're waiting for something better to come along, you know, or like something like to happen, like a job thing, like you're waiting to get promoted or get your business started and up and running and all of that, or them, okay? So one of you guys or both, it could be that you guys are mirroring each other, because the very first card we have is the like the Lovers, right? The twin card. So maybe you're like mirroring each other in that sense, like you're going through the same thing right now. But okay, so when we have this little like chalkboard kind of like study looking area at the bottom of this card. So you could meet them in school, or you did meet them in school, or they're a teacher, or, you know, something that has to do, you know, professor, something like that. That, you know, anything really that has to do with like the Board of Education or something, right? But so if they're not a part of like a twin thing, right? Like I was saying, you might just meet them when you're out with your friends, like your buddies, and they're out with their buddies, right? Because we have like two cards like this, and they're like, cheers, and they're like, let's go shopping. And like, you know, you guys will meet. Like when you're out on the town, right? That doesn't mean say yes to every single invitation because you think that that's the time you're going to meet your, no, like you're meant to meet them when you're meant to meet them. You don't need to force it. If it doesn't feel right, don't go out. I'm not telling you to go out like at every invitation, right? That's just me being safe. I don't trust anybody. Okay, so let's see what else we have. Oh, wow. Okay, so we have like the lover type card that's in this deck underneath the lovers. Okay, so we have like Cupid with his bow. We have like, you know, lots of cute little sayings and hearts and a red ribbon here. And that always reminds me of like the red ribbon of fate. So this is definitely fated, okay? So like, don't worry about forcing it or anything. Like, you're going to seriously go out with your friends because you're going to be like, look, it could be years, you know, who cares? Let's dress ridiculous and go out. And that will be the exact time when you meet them, and it will all be perfect. Okay? So just do you. Do what you're supposed to. Okay. Look at that. So we have get your act together and we could be just fine. Spice Girls, right? So maybe this is saying, you know, just calm down, like get your act together, like be happy with who you are and stuff, right? And everything will be fine. You will meet them. It seems like you'll be meeting them once you kind of just chill out, do your thing, and it'll all seriously be fine, just like I was saying, right? And it's kind of like serene feeling right here, right? We've got like this nice view of mountains, this nice view, like just sit back, realize that your life is much better than you keep convincing yourself that it is, right? And, you know, just go with it, man. Just go with it. This is all meant to happen. You will spot them. You will spot your light-haired god or goddess that is awaiting you when you go out after you've gotten your stuff together. Take the advice from the Spice Girls. And it's interesting that it's also temperance, right? Like temperance, like balance, chill. We're chill, you know? So we have, we will be, oh, they will be the one to ask you out, all right? So good, good, good. Again, just go out with the friends. You will be celebrating, right? There is a 3 to 5 year age difference between you. Okay, so either they're 3 to 5 years older than you or 3 to 5 years younger than you, right? So at least 3, no more than 5 difference. Okay, that's fun. I like those. Let's get some charms. It's interesting that, like, I really don't have, like, any idea of, like, how they, like, what they do, like, where they live. I didn't really get much of that at all. Whoa, I got a lot. All right, so we have a B. We have 6, okay. Oh, well, 6 could technically mean the Lovers. So, again, we have the Lovers card again. Or it could just mean 6 in general, if that is significant to you, okay? Alrighty, okay, so we're just gonna, because we just don't have time today. I need to keep this short. We did not mean to pull all of these. Oh. Okay, so we're gonna just, I'm gonna try to get to the bottom of this quickly. Okay, so we have like a sheriff, right? Type of, it's Secret Service, pin, handcuffs, okay. Also a knot, okay. This is stuck in here, oh. Alrighty, so we have like, this right now is kind of telling me like maybe they're like a firefighter or like something like that, very close to that. We have a Y. We have a monkey, a sheep or a lamb, a fox. This is a fox. The Statue of Liberty. 2 hands and a heart. Hockey. A pig. Wow, so many like little ones. Okay, the Red Ribbon of Fate. This is my Red Ribbon of Fate marble. So, like I said earlier with that card, right? Then we have my Snowball. Okay, so this is like my 5 of Pentacles. So, they're feeling a little bit left out, or you are. So, I don't know if you know this person. Maybe you guys kind of just stopped. It dissipated or something, you know? I'm not sure. We have a tree and a key. Oh my, what? Look at that. That got sneaky. How long has that been on there? We have the word have on the key. So you have the key. We'll keep that with that. Okay, one more. Oh, okay, so then we have Charlie Brown as well. Charlie Brown always kind of reminds me of the Snowball, right? The 5 of Pentacles, like feeling kind of left out. Okay, I feel like with all of these, that, this, possibly this as well, all kind of tells me like that they travel, right? I'm feeling like very well educated, I guess could be it, because they don't necessarily have to travel physically, but they seem well traveled. You know what I mean? Like they have that knowledge, even just they might not even have to go traveling to get this knowledge. They just like have it. I feel like they're very like a very deep person. And I get that really a lot with this little monkey guy, okay? So he's like sitting there and just like pondering life, you know? And this kind of goes along with this to me. I feel like it's some sort of like rescue thing or like FBI type of thing. I know that's like a little extreme and there's not, I don't know. I don't really know how many FBI agents there are, right? Like, I don't know. So maybe there's a lot. And I think your person has something to do with that. And like, I don't know, there's just a lot of animals this time, like a lot of animals going on. So maybe your guys' first date could be, you know, like going to the zoo or something, or like a sanctuary. Please go to a sanctuary. Don't go to zoos, they're terrible. Go to a sanctuary on your first date. That is my suggestion. And this, I like this. Okay, and we also have this here. So it's kind of like telling me that you have the key. Like you... Now, whether you know you have it and where it goes to unlock wherever it's going, I can't tell you. You know, those could all be non-existent in your life right now, but you have the key. So you're at least one step in, right? Like, even if you don't know it, the universe already gave you the key to these future locks that you're going to have to unlock, okay? So if I'm not looking at this as like a job scenario, even though I definitely feel like it is, this, to me, these two kind of are very similar, right? Like it's kind of like tied up, like you're tied up, right? Like handcuffed. This is like in a knot. But then we also have this, which is like, to me, it's a very balanced type of, you know, you have to like with the two pucks, right? You have to keep hitting it back and forth to go forward, right? And it's like a balance game where you have to hit it just right and you know, make your way forward, but you can't go too fast either. So it's kind of like, I'm unsure what these animals must have something to do with you. You'll know what that means because the animals aren't necessarily making sense. Like when animals all come out all at once, to me, it's like a group thing, like where an animal doesn't symbolize something anymore. It symbolizes like a group of animals because they're all very different as well. It's not like springtime animals or whatever animals. This is a mixture of animals here. So that's kind of why it tells me like that they travel a bit. And, you know, maybe they do. Maybe, and we do have this boat in here where normally this kind of like reminds me of like a bad cycle, this pin, but today it's kind of telling me like, look at it with the image, you know, the actual image. So there's a boat, there's fire, and there's water. There's something to do with that. So maybe they're Coast Guard. Oh, that would make sense. Maybe they're Coast Guard because we have this like official thing, right? And then we have Paddington, who's also wearing like kind of like what boaters wear, you know, it's like a rain hat. Is that what that is? I don't know. But so I mean that does kind of remind me of the same thing. Because yeah, I'm not feeling like they're from your childhood. I don't really feel that. It could, you know. But normally that is but I'm not. I'm feeling like it more has to do with this little group of stuff here. Okay. So we have a Y. Then we also have a pop tab. So this is also a key to me. So interesting that we have this because it opens something, right? But it's an unusual key. You wouldn't think of a key when you see this. So maybe that's why it's telling you have the key, but it's not something obvious. Very interesting. That is interesting. I like that. All right, so let's ask the pendulum what color eyes they have. Give us what color eyes the viewer should be looking for. So we have lighter hair, right? So either light brown, it could be like orange, red, ginger, you know, or blonde, bleach blonde. It could even be like dyed a light pink or something, right? 3 to 5 year age difference, okay. Possibly meet you while you're out shopping as well. Okay, and they have green eyes. Makes sense, okay? So they have lighter hair, so they'll probably have lighter skin, maybe olive skin perhaps, and green eyes, okay? And possibly part of a triplet set. Not everyone, very rare, but if you are thinking of someone who's part of a triplets, then, you know, that could be them. Just saying. You might be marrying them soon. All right, you guys, so that is what I have, I believe. So I hope that helped. I didn't get much about where they live in this last one, or like anything really definite about their job. But I'm really feeling the handcuffs and the official, you know, sheriff-looking star, okay? So, as always, if this helped, comment, like, subscribe, or if you just want to help me out, it always helps me when you do those 3 things. And hope you guys take care and have a good night.